and I didn't do it because I got horrific food poisoning. I mean, like the worst food poisoning I think I've ever had in my life. Like I've had food poisoning many times, as you guys know. I don't believe it's an illness. It's poisoning, and I won't stand for it. I ordered, and I thought this would be safe. I ordered Texas barbecue in Japan. I know that sounds weird, but I ordered it because I was craving it for some reason. And the deal, it seemed like a good price, and I don't know. It made sense in my head. I completely regret it, and I'm never doing it ever again. I ordered it, and the next day, I was the one I did that stream. Do you guys remember? I don't know if you guys watched it. Oh, I saw clips of it. It was literally, I looked like I was about to die. I literally was on my deathbed on that stream. And I started the stream, and I didn't feel great. But I thought, this is fine. I feel okay. I can stream. And then like an hour in, oh boy, did I feel awful into that stream. I was only planning the stream for 3 hours, and I could barely get through one. And I started like getting shivers, and I started getting cold about an hour into my stream. And it was hot in the room. And I was like, and I had to keep going to the toilet to like, well, one, shit, because I just had the shits because I had food poisoning, but I was just like fucking struggling. And I came back, and I could only do like 30 minutes, and I had to tap out. I was like, I'm done. And I just lied down all day, and it started getting worse and worse. I just started to feel like utter shit. And by the end of that night, dude, I was fighting demons. And I thought, okay, well, I'll get some like traditional Japanese soup that you give to sick people, right? So I thought it's just soup and a tiny bit of rice in the soup. And I was like, that'll be fine. I can eat that. I could not eat it. I threw that shit up so hard. But the entire time, I was shitting and throwing up and dying. And then at one point, I was just on the floor next to the toilet, like fucking dying. Like I was shivering, cold as shit, and I had to shoot a video the next day. So I'm fucking dying. And I'm texting Kyle, I'm like, hey Kyle, I hate to do this. I hate being this guy. I don't think we can do this video. And I don't want to. I had to text the camera guys as well that I you know, because they take work off to do the shoots as well. It's fucking awful. I hate doing it. And I will, even if I'm a little bit sick, I'll normally do the shoots because there's so much moving parts. Thank you for the 10 subs. CDawg left nut. Thank you. And normally I'll just power through and I'll do it. But I was at the point where I couldn't do it. There's no way I could do it. So I canceled that, and I was just awful. And dude, I don't know if you guys ever done this. I'd get a flight, a 20-hour flight with food poisoning. I don't know if you've ever done this. I was tempted to cancel the flight, but I felt okay enough where I wasn't throwing up anymore. And so I was like, I think I can make this. I think I can make this story. I think I can make this flight. I think I should be fine. Bear in mind, I'm still shitting every 30 to 60 minutes, right? So it's like, it's rough. It's not great. And the only reason I'm going to the UK, by the way, is because I'm going to the tour, and I'm going to go see my friends and stuff. We're going to have like a week where we just all hang out, and I, just kind of have a bit of a relax before the tour, because I know that was going to be quite a lot of work. So I'm at the airport, dude. I can barely make it through security because I'm holding it in so much. And you guys know, if you ever had like food poisoning, you get no warning. You have like, the moment you feel it, you have like 5 minutes tops to get that shit done. So I'm just fighting for my life through this airport, and they probably think I'm the sketchiest motherfucker because I'm white as shit, whiter than normal, which is saying something. And I'm trying to get through this airport security, and I'm fighting, man. And they're checking all my documents and stuff. And I had like I had a business class flight at least. I was like, all right, well, at least I'll be able to chill in the lounge, and I'll be fine. I'll be fine. So I chill out in the lounge. I try and eat something, because I'm like, I should eat something, right? And I'm like, it's okay though. I've got like a business seat. It'll be nice. Be able to chill out on the business seat. Keep saying business because I'm here for business. All right. so I get on the plane, and I realized I'm an idiot, and this wouldn't be a problem normally. I get on the plane, and in this flight, the way that the business seats are laid out is that they've laid it out so if you get the end one, you literally, if you want to get out of the business seat, you have to climb over the guy sitting, right? It's like his legs are like this, and if you want to get over, you literally have to go like this. So, and this is like an 11 o'clock flight in the evening, right? So it's 100% obvious that everyone is sleeping on this flight, right? The dude goes to sleep immediately, and I'm like, fuck. I need to shit right away. So I'm having to like, I'm hearing like the Mission Impossible music play while I'm climbing over this dude, praying that he doesn't wake up, because I am making like eye contact with him. I'm like looking at him while I go over him. I don't know why, like it's gonna help me, but if he wakes up, it's gonna look so creepy that a guy is standing over him like this. So I just have to keep doing that for like, I don't know, it's awful, because even though I'm sleeping, right, you suddenly wake up and you just have to shit like right away. Like you have no warning. You wake up after like 2 hours of sleep, awful sleep, because you feel awful, and then you go to shit again, and it just keeps continuing. And then you're just praying this entire time that at no point do you ever have to wait for more than 30 minutes, because you're just in like the danger zone at that point, quite frankly, right? Anytime you have to wait more than 30 minutes, it's a risk that I might shit myself. If I'm in a position where I can't like get out of this, right? So I get to security in, because I think my layover's in Dubai. I get to security in Dubai, and holy shit, this line to get through security is long as shit. And I'm like, and I go to this guy, I go to this security guy, I'm like, hey, I'll be honest with you. I really don't feel good. And I think if I wait in this line, there is a really high chance that I might need to go to the toilet, or I might throw up. Is there any way I can kind of get through quicker? And the guy looked at me like, yeah, okay. And so he kind of walks me right to the front of the security thing and just let me through. Like, what a fucking awesome, what a dude, right? This was easily like a 30-40 minute line. He just walked me right through and was like, hey, let this guy go. He's going to shit himself. I wonder if he thought, I just don't want to deal with this. I don't want to be responsible for this guy shitting. So I get through the thing, and I don't know if you guys have ever been to Dubai. Again, it was like a business flight, and the Dubai business lounge is so fucking stupid. It's enormously large to a fault where I cannot find a fucking toilet. And so I'm trying to, I want to eat something as well, and I want to drink a bunch of water. And so I'm trying to get a place near the toilet, and I'm just constantly going, and I'm like, God, this fucking sucks. And so I get on with it, and it's just the worst. It's the fucking worst. And to top things off, when I arrive in the UK, right, I have, again, I know this is going to sound privileged as fuck. It most certainly is. If you ever book business with Emirates, right, it's way cheaper than the other airlines, probably because all that oil money from the government is subsidized and their flight prices are way too cheap. You get a free taxi when you arrive up to like 80 miles, which is fucking ridiculous. It's like a $300 cab. So I was like, I'm gonna take make the most out of this. And I got like an hour-and-a-half cab for free. Fucking awesome. But I'm in a cab for an hour and a half, and I need a shit really badly. And the taxi driver keeps talking to me about how, because I told him I was a YouTuber and I should have done it, because he asked me what I did and I didn't want to lie. And he seemed like a really nice guy, and he kept talking to me about Zoella and how he met Zoella. And I was like, I do not care about how you met Zoella or Alfie Days. I'm so sorry. I just don't care. But I wasn't being rude about it. I was just talking to him, but it was making it worse that I needed to shit, and I kept hearing about Zoella. And if you don't know who Zoella is, good for you, but if you're from the UK, it's a YouTuber who used to be really popular, and it was just driving me insane. I asked him to pull over at one point. I was like, we got to pull over. I saw the sign for the services, like the gas station stuff coming up, and I was like, hey, pull over. I got to shit. I know that you're not getting paid to wait for me to shit, but I'm so sorry. It's better for the both of us if I shit here. It was awful. And I just felt awful. I was in the UK for a week, and I was just struggling. I had food poisoning, like the after effects of it for like a week, and I was jet lagged. It was fucking awful. I was trying to drink with my friends because they were all drinking, and I didn't want to be the one left out. So I'd have like 2 beers, and I'd be like, no, this is a terrible idea. And it was awful. And I finally recovered, and it was time to go to America to do the tour, and I still felt like shit. So I was like, fuck. And well, fuck, who did I fly with? Yeah, shit, that's right, I flew with fucking WestJet, because there was 2 options if I wanted a cheap business class flight. I'm trying to be luxury, but I'm trying to do it on a budget, you know what I mean, Chad? I'm not trying to break the bank. So I went for like the layover option to save a shit ton of money. I was thinking of the 15, man. So we went WestJet, and the 2 options are WestJet or Aer Lingus. And in no way I'm flying Aer Lingus ever again. Also, I'm pretty sure I'm blacklisted or some shit, and they'll poison my drink if I go on there. So I'm not going on there. So I went WestJet, and you lay over in Calgary, and oh my god, that was a whole thing as well. That was a fucking ordeal. So me and Gaunt rock up to the airport, right? And I'd been to Canada maybe like 4 or 5 years ago. And I had to get into Canada, if you're from the UK, you need this thing called an ETA. But I thought, oh, well, I'm just transiting. I'm like literally there just for a layover. Do I really need an ETA?